Hey y'all, I am back with another really simple, very pretty painting. This is going to be of a single golden ginkgo leaf on a blue background with some golden ginkgo leaves in the very background. But you're not really going to know that's what that is. It's just going to be some golden branches in the background. I am grabbing this is a 3/4 inch Simply Simmons. I'm taking some white. Now my paint is a little dried out because I just finished a painting and I wanted to use up some of the paint that was here on my palette. So I'm going to go in and this is Prussian blue because that's what I have on my palette, and a little bit of white. I didn't want to waste the paint, so let's get a picture and a painting in here that's super simple. I'm going to go ahead and just make sure I get all the way around my edge. I'm going to be doing a show coming up soon, and well, a sale, a market, and I want to have a whole bunch of little paintings, things that are fun and easy to use as gifts. And you could do this for a gift. You could do it on a card. If you want to see me do some of these paintings on watercolor card, let me know. I would be more than happy to do some of that. I think that's good. Maybe a little bit darker, kind of up on the edges, give it a little bit of a vignette. Maybe down here even. Sort of a very soft, because the paint is wet, you can lightly brush it in. There we go. I like that. Now I'm going to just drag across the whole thing very lightly. This is acrylic gouache, so it's going to dry matte and not shiny. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to take a Q-tip or cotton bud, dip it in some water, make sure it's nice and tight. I'm going to take some of this yellow, like that. And we're going to just sort of give it a little branch type of thing coming on back here in the background. As you can see from the reference picture, I'm not doing it exactly the way it is. But you know what? You don't have to. And look how quickly this is going in. Very pretty, very autumn inspired. Doing a painting like this doesn't have to be hard. Doing a painting can be very freeing. There we go. I'm just going to take that up right out into the edge. And you don't even have to put the branches on. Your eye makes the branches happen. I think we're good. We're good. Now I'm going to dry this. So it's not completely dry. There was a little bit of thicker paint there, but it's dry enough. I want you to notice here, I only put the blue and white on the background, left it wet, and took my Q-tip, my cotton bud, and dipped straight in the yellow paint and put it on the wet paint. And now we've got all of this detail. It only took us a couple seconds. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to take some burnt sienna and Prussian blue. The nice thing about using the same blue for the background and for all of the darkening my paint to make it kind of brown black color is that it goes together. This has kind of a bloppity bit of a stem coming down, just like that. Not much to it. A little bit of some light on it, like that. Now I am going to dry that really quick. Then we're going to take our yellow with a little bit of cadmium red. And these are colors that are already on my palette. I'm not putting new colors out. But I want to dry it real quick. Now I'm going to take this is the yellow deep and a touch of cadmium red. This is going to be my darker color. I'm going to put my tip right here on that on that branch, and I'm just going to pull down. Now, I think I need my liner brush. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, liner brush is going to be so much easier. Holds enough water, holds enough paint. Liner brush. All right, so now I'm going to touch and just pull down. Look at that. Then your ginkgo is basically like a fan. Kind of like that. Maybe bring it up a little higher. You can do that. Look at this. I have so much paint left in my liner brush that I'm going to go ahead and just sort of dump it off right here. I am going to take a bit of yellow and make my highlight. I'm not using white. I'm just using yellow. Highlight on that. Go ahead and just dump off all the paint that's in my brush. I'm going to grab a little bit of this brown and yellow together. It's going to give us a sort of shadowy bit in here. Look at that. Now you want to start getting your lines going down and out towards the tip or edge. I'm going to put that brown in. There's a bit of brown on this. The leaf is starting to change. There's a bit of, like a little bit of an edge. It's sort of curled up. Letting the paint just sort of drift off of the brush. So as we're coming around, it's starting to get brighter. It's still a little bent up on the edges. And I don't want it to be quite so rounded right here at the edge. I want it to be more lifted. I'm going to put some of that, need a little more water. So when you're using a liner brush, the thing to remember is that you really need to have your paint very, almost like an ink type of consistency. It needs to be really flowy. So super flowy paint. See, if I come over like this, it just flows off the brush. We're going to come in here with a little bit more bright. If it picks up some of the brown, that's okay. And I'm looking at that going, I like that edge. Now this leaf, again, it grows from this stem out, so you don't want to go back and forth, and it doesn't have the veins that are going from the down the middle and out to the edges. This one, the veins are all growing from the stem out to the edge. I'm just putting some more water on here. Yes, I could bring in a different brush. So use the brush that you have. Use the brush, because the brush you have and use is better than a brush that you're, lusting after. Always use the brush you've got, unless it doesn't do what you want it to do. But most of the times, you can make every brush do what you need it to do if you're willing to play with the brush and figure out how to get the effects that you want. There we go. There we go. Look at that. We're getting our veins in. I am going to take a little bit of, come on, a little white. A little bit of white. Lighten up my highlight just a little, right around that edge. There we go. Now you can see it's much lighter. Just get a little edge up there. A little bit of light shining through. Kind of goes back and forth. It's not always super bright. A little bit more light shining through. But look at this. Super easy, super fun, very pretty, very kind of elegant. There we go. Just mixed a little bit of brown into that yellow. So now I'm going to take a bit of that darker brown that's been lightened up with yellow. Start getting some of that color going in there. It doesn't have to be exactly the same color as what's on the reference. It's a cool thing here. Look at that. We're getting that sort of dark patch along the edge. We've got variations of tone. We're not worried about making it perfect. Just worried about making it. That's the thing. Make your art. Don't worry about it being perfect. Just make art. So, a little bit darker on that edge. Like that. A little bit of scuffling it in, but keeping it. All right, I'm back. Sometimes, life happens, right? There we go. That's all I need. I'm going to put a little bit of lighter white right on the little tip edges here, there, on that edge there. A little blob of white light color right there. Want to soften those little marks up just a bit. I want them there still. I just want to soften them, so put a little bit of that yellow on there. And the same with this. I'm going to soften that up a bit. Doesn't have to be quite so dark. Put a little glaze of color over it, just like that. A little bright here and there. Just put a little bit more, and we just need to sign this. I hope you enjoyed this pretty little painting. It would be a beautiful little card to do for someone, a special gift. Ginkgos are an ancient leaf, or an ancient tree. There we go. Maybe a little bit of light here. Just to make it feel like the edge of that is sort of flipping back and forth just a little bit. I like that a lot. I think I am going to go ahead and use the blue and white together to make my little signature. Just like that. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and go out, do something creative. Take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. I want to see you back here again really soon. Bye-bye.